and I'm going to go in 3, 2, 1. Well,
Sorry.
well, everyone, Happy New Year. This is the Grumpy Old Gamers podcast. You can't teach an old gamer new tricks, and Rob's throwing me off my game.
That's right.
Right in the opening seconds of this podcast.
It's what I do.
So, Happy New Year there, Rob.
Hey, Happy New Year, fella. How you doing?
Good. I'm starting to wind down a little bit, or I guess a lot, from the whole holiday fiasco. I have been off for 2 weeks, back to work tomorrow for Monday.
Excellent.
Yeah. So, time to get back into the swing of things, and what better way than to record a podcast?
Exactly. To share our feelings, which everyone cares about.
They do.
Very, very deeply.
I think they hold our opinions in high regard.
Of course. Basically, it's IGN, then us. Maybe not IGN. I don't think people like IGN anymore.
Yeah, I don't know if they do anymore.
I think they're basic.
Kotaku, Destructoid.
Kotaku. I think it's Kotaku. I'm just gonna put that out there. But good job, Kotaku.
Kotaku.
Soft taco.
Cool tacos. Maybe if we mention their name a whole bunch, some algorithm will pick that up.
And we'll get banned.
Banned, yeah.
Yep.
So other than that, things are good?
You betcha.
Excellent.
Lots of gaming going on.
I'm glad to see you still have your tree up too, because I started taking down some of the decorations today with the tree. I usually leave it up till the 7th, just for Ukrainian Christmas.
Oh, sure. Me also. I'm not Ukrainian, but I celebrate with my Ukrainian brothers.
And we appreciate that.
My kids don't let me take it down too early, so.
Now, did you go real tree, or is that artificial?
No, it's fake. That's in the spirit of Christmas, right? Fake tree?
Yeah, a little bit.
Yeah. I actually just saran wrap the whole tree when we're done and then just shove it in a...
See, I don't know if you're joking or not.
I am joking. I'm joking. The kids get a kick out every year out of doing the decorating, so far be it for me to ruin that. So.
Oh, you know what? I think I just messed something up, Rob. Let me just double check here, because I can't hear you all of a sudden.
Oh.
Can you hear me?
I can hear you, but you bet.
Oh, there we go. Yeah, I turned down my volume all the way.
Okay. It's the first one of the new year, folks.
Yeah.
You have to cut us a break here.
Yeah.
And Ryan is really, really drunk right now.
Yeah, a little bit.
Why don't we break right into it?
Yeah, let's hop right into news. So Metacritic released a little late, but they released their 5 worst games of the year, their lowest scoring games of the year.
Yeah. I think I got the list here.
All of the 5 of them, I'd only heard of one.
And that's Contra?
And that's Contra.
Yeah. Well, they had a top 10. I'm looking at a Metacritic top 10 worst games of the year.
Oh, okay.
It's got a number 6, which is WWE 2K20, which I'm surprised is only that far up.
Right.
Yeah, but the most of these games, I've never heard of. It's I had heard lots of people talk about that Unicorn, that last Unicorn game or whatever it was.
Eternity, the Last Unicorn?
Yeah, saying that it would have been quite something back in like 1992.
Oh, okay.
But it's just a little dated.
Okay, well, number 5 lowest scoring, according to Metacritic, was Dollhouse for the PS4, which in the brief summary here says it's a mystery you have to piece together while exploring creepy mazes that are randomly generated each time you play. But according to critics and reviews, the game is a boring slog that isn't very scary at all.
Mm-hmm.
Number 4 is Contra Rogue Corps. Yeah, I tried the demo of it. Not blown away.
Yeah, the just a real departure. Supposedly they reuse the same kind of monsters all the way through like all 25 hours of it.
Yeah.
And your guns overheat, which is like the most un-Contra thing ever, right? So
yeah, I did read that quote. It's like, hey, do you like how that boss from the first level? Guess what?
you're gonna fight him 86 times.
Yeah. Blades of Time for the Nintendo Switch. Oh, I don't know. Apparently the game came out in 2012 and it's just a really bad port.
Gotcha. Of a 2012 game.
Mm-hmm. And number 2 was Left Alive.
I've heard lots of stuff about that. That's supposedly a game which barely runs on a PS4 somehow without great graphics, and the AI is so incredibly cheap. Like they can see you and shoot you in the head before you can see them.
Awesome.
So the stealth doesn't really. It's supposed to be a stealth game too, which you can't really stealth if you can't get anywhere near the guy. So.
And then number 1 was Eternity: The Last Unicorn.
Yeah.
Yeah. The gameplay is rough, filled with bland art design, clunky movement, and a sense of stillness that makes the whole game feel boring and dead.
Yeah. The quote I've got here is, it says, if it means having to play Eternity to save them, you're better off letting that last unicorn go extinct.
All right.
Yeah. And that's that list right there.
PS Plus announced their free games for January.
Right.
One that you absolutely should get is the Uncharted, the Nathan Drake Chronicles, or whatever it's called. Right, and it's Uncharted 1, 2, and 3.
Mm-hmm.
That's a good one. That's a good giveaway right there. I mean, it's been out since pretty much PlayStation 4 launched, but you know, that was on my top 5 of the year there. It was my number 5 because I played through 1, 2, and 3 there. It's good stuff, man.
Pretty good.
If you want some good platforming and great story.
Right.
And the other is Goat Sim.
Which supposedly is a really fun little sandboxy kind of game. I've watched lots of guys play it. I've never played it myself, but...
I kind of figured it was popular. I've never tried it myself either because it's shown up on everything.
Yep.
Like, I think there's even a phone version, if I'm not mistaken.
Oh, probably, you bet. Not bad games, you know.
Mm-hmm. But yeah, you know, I'm gonna download them both. They come out tomorrow or Tuesday, I believe.
Okay, right on. Yes, Stadia announced their 2 free games as well for us founders.
Oh yeah.
They've got what's the second new Tomb Raider? So Rise of the Tomb Raider, I guess.
Oh, okay.
And Thumper, which great game. I'd already bought it, but
yeah, when
that'll happen.
How can they be giving away games when they have a library of like 20 games to choose from? Like,
it's going to be over pretty quick. They're going to have all the games on there, so.
So yeah, just wait it out, man. Just wait it out.
That's right. Just soon everything will be on.
You'll get them all for free.
Yep. Now that being said, I tried out Tomb Raider on Stadia, and it plays really smooth. Looks good. I don't know how it looks on a high-end PC or on an Xbox One X, but played pretty good. So
okay.
Yeah.
I activated my Stadia account, but
it's a Christmas miracle.
I cannot find my my wired Xbox controller anywhere. It's somewhere in my mess here.
Ah, gotcha. Yeah.
So as soon as I find it, I will. I'll give something a try. Because you know I can't plug this into my.
Probably not. No.
Is there a port for that on my PC?
No.
Okay.
thought you were going to say you can pull out a Gravis gamepad or something and say, "Oh, I don't have a joystick port on my sound card anymore."
Yeah.
That joke's for all the people old enough
Yeah.
to remember what that meant.
It was a DB12, wasn't it? Or was it that? Something like that. Or
It
was
was
it a
either
9?
12 or a 9. Yeah,
Yeah.
I think it was bigger than a 9. So yeah, it could be a DB12, but
But on your sound card.
it
Because,
was on your sound card, so
yeah.
you install a sound card so you could get a joystick port. Good times. Good times.
You want to talk about this WWE
Oh, I sure do.
Y2K 20 bug?
Yeah. So evidently, players, and there are lots of people playing it because a lot of people shelled it out, the money. As soon as it hit, so when you look at the title of the game, Ryan, what's a key part of the title of the game?
Why? As in, why would you play it?
Exactly. Well, how about the last two numbers?
Oh, the 20. The what?
Yeah.
The 2K20.
Yeah, the 2K20. So,
Mm-hmm.
you meaning the year 2020, right?
Mm-hmm.
Well, I guess once your clock on your computer, Xbox, PlayStation hit 2020, game stopped working. And the fix was to roll your clock back. This is a game that people played for. They paid money for this. For a game that they didn't check to see if it would work in 2020.
So, how do you roll back your time on your console? Will that work?
Evidently, you can do it from what I heard, you could do it on a PlayStation.
Okay.
You can't manually turn it back on an Xbox. Now, I haven't tried, but that's what I've heard.
Mm-hmm.
So the Xbox users just have to wait. And of course, if you have it on computer, if it's got a computer version, I'm not sure. That's easy enough, but then everything else is broken.
Well, that's what I mean. Like, oh my God, these guys, hey?
Yeah.
Like, we should just launch a podcast on this and our next story, and we'd have enough content for months.
It's true. It is true. So yes, just in case there's still some people out there thinking they should buy 2K20, don't do it. It won't even work right now.
No.
But that's not even the worst developer story of the last couple of weeks.
Just brings such warmth to my heart.
Yep. Do you want to do this one, or you want me to?
Yeah, I don't have the story open for it, so you'll have to.
Okay. So I believe this one's been fixed by Bethesda, at least according to the story it has. But in Fallout 76, a game that we've talked about plenty on this podcast, evidently hackers were able to figure out how, if they could see you on the server and they could click on you, they could take everything off your inventory, basically leaving you there naked. And there was nothing you could do to stop it.
Was this on PC or was this on?
It was on everything.
On everything.
Everything.
Okay.
So basically what people were finding that, like there's a video of a guy doing this, and I don't know how he's probably been banned by this point, but they show him, he walks up, sees someone, waves, and then that person's naked. They're just in their underwear, and he's got all their stuff, and then he runs away. And he did this over and over and over again. So the fix, they were saying, in the meantime, was to go on a private server. This only happens on the public servers. Well, to go on the private server, you or someone you know has to be followed first to be paying $12, $14 a month, whatever it is.
Oh, boy.
Yeah. Evidently, they've got this fixed, though. But it's just, we're just waiting for the next big thing with Fallout 76, right? You're just waiting.
At this point,
yeah. We're going to find out that the game gives people cancer or something like that. It's going to be Bethesda, man.
It's going to openly share your credit card or something.
Yep.
Like, hey, we scanned your PlayStation for your credit card number just to make the purchases easier in Fallout 76.
That's right.
Oops,
And
someone figured out how to hack that.
we're always making things better for you guys.
Yeah.
Fantastic. We're never going to run out of material as long as Bethesda's still making games.
Yeah, it's true.
Yep.
Yeah, it's a pretty. I think everyone's still really in holiday mode because it's pretty
Mm-hmm.
quiet on the news front. Pretty
You
quiet on the
bet.
news front.
You bet.
Um,
Oh, not in grumpy old gamer news. We have
oh yeah,
yeah.
we have a little. So one of the most popular things we've done, and we did this quite early on, is we did the worst game ever, where everyone voted on a poll for the worst game ever. Well, we're gonna do part two, and but instead of just playing each one for 20 minutes, half hour like we did, we're gonna do something a little different. We're kicking around a couple of ideas, but we think you'll like it. Uh, it's gonna be so watch. It's gonna be good. So watch for that poll coming out. Maybe I'll put it out this week. I don't know. Like, is it too soon?
We
Should
can
we?
have a couple polls going at once, you bet.
Yeah,
Yeah.
for sure.
Gives the people a chance to add some things too.
Yeah. So Superman 64 and ET are out of the running. So you gotta.
Not buying that card again. We already sent it off to the
Yeah.
winner of the auction, so I'm not buying Superman 64 again.
Yeah.
That's not happening.
And I guess on that note, if you haven't checked out our live episode, once again, thank you everyone for the donation. Well, playing, I guess one person ended up doing the donation in the end. And it's great. We got to send off almost $300 to a local charity here that helps out a lot of people.
That's right. You bet. Thank you, everyone, for taking part in it. And I'm glad it made it there. I never trust Canada Post.
Yeah,
But Sean's already posted the pictures saying he got it, so
perfect.
that's great.
So watch out for part two of Worst Game Ever.
Yay.
So Rob, what you been playing over these holidays?
Well, what I've been playing just recently, I've been doing some Beat Saber for PSVR,
Nice.
which I'm really enjoying. And I'm actually going to be doing an upcoming Grump Fitness review. I'd stopped for a little bit because back in October I threw my back out again. So I'm finally back to exercising, and I have been for about a month here, but time to do another review. Just for those people who don't know, we actually do have a website, and we do occasionally post there, just not in the last while, but yeah, there'll be a review up on that. And yeah, Beat Saber is amazing.
We post any of our original content there.
Yes,
and then cycle it over to the Facebook page. The Facebook page is really more about aggregating the other sites' news out to people. Our original content shows up on the website there.
That's right. And yeah, Beat Saber is it's a lot of fun. I wish the VR didn't use the move controls. I wish it had something better, because if the lighting's off in the room a little bit, and it's a game where you're just constantly, if it loses the light from your the move controller just once, which the camera will occasionally do if the room's too bright or something like that, it's very, I hear it's a lot better on, say, like an Oculus Rift or something like that, but it does work pretty well. There's a certain learning curve where all of a sudden you just hit this wall, and I'm at that wall right now. But it's fun to keep trying and beat your head against that wall, and you do feel like you get better, and the music's amazing. And the experience is actually it's fantastic. It's really good. So
you find yourself working up quite a sweat playing, or?
You definitely can. Like in the later levels, you start to get there. The nice thing about it is it's fairly low impact, because I'm still trying to I've lost some weight, but I'm trying to lose a little bit more before I do anything where I'm bouncing around too much, but you do wave your arms around an awful lot, so you get a pretty good sweat.
Okay.
Yeah, and it's $40. Like for $40, that's cheaper than Fallout 76, and you have a lot more fun with it.
They won't steal all your stuff.
And no one's gonna steal all your stuff.
All right, what else you been playing? Anything else?
Well, I've been setting up. I've got a lot of retro ROMs. I have a Raspberry Pi that I primarily used for a lot of my emulation. I've got a fairly big ROM collection. Which
Humble
I mean,
brag.
yeah, I mean I didn't make the ROMs, but I mean, yeah, and I do enjoy using them there. But I've transferred a lot of them into PC, and I've been playing with an app called Launchbox, which is a front end for all the emulation, and it's just it's absolutely great. It automatically downloads all the box art, screenshots, from Wikipedia articles on all the games, and it organizes everything. It's just a very good front end. So if anyone wants to check out and is big into emulating on their PC, I think it's available for Android boxes, and there's probably a few other things, but it's called Launchbox, and it's free to download, and it's great.
Cool.
Yeah.
Might give it I'll try myself on the old PC here.
There you go.
As the old PC is getting quite old here.
Yep. Emulation's one of the few things that you'll be able to run SNES emulators on a Pentium 4. So
yeah. Is that it for you?
Just trying out Tomb Raider on Stadia, like I was saying.
Yeah.
It may get too scary for me. It's a great looking game. Plays really well on Stadia. I've never played on anything else. I know it's like a 2013 game, I think, or something like that. But
yeah,
it plays well. We'll see. I'm not a real things jumping out at you kind of guy, so a couple more things jump out at me, and I'm going to probably put it down. So
it's third person too, right?
Yes. Yeah.
Okay.
Yep.
Yeah, I've been meaning to get it. Like, man, just not enough hours in a day.
Exactly.
I've heard this new series is the bomb.
That's what the kids say.
As the kids say.
That's right. How about you? I see you've got a few things on the list here.
Yeah. Well, I'll talk about the new thing I tried. I saw a preview for this on the Switch, and then it showed up on Xbox Game Pass. So I'm like, hey, perfect. I'll give it a try. The game is called Felix the Reaper. Okay.
Okay.
And you're basically this guy who works for, the Grim Reaper. So you're one of his many minions that goes down to Earth to collect people when they die. Okay.
Okay.
That really doesn't have much to do with it though. So basically, it's a puzzle game, like a moving puzzle, like action puzzle game, I guess you would call it.
Okay.
So every level I've tried so far is laid out just in a grid that's like 20 by 20.
Mm-hmm.
And there's so you move around the grid, but the thing that stops you or like hinders you is you have a time device that puts the sun in two separate positions.
Okay.
So when it's in the one position, you always have to stay in the shadows, okay, of things around the edges or things in the map that the sun casts the shadows on, okay?
Sure. So it's isometric then, or?
Meaning like looking kind of 3/4 at it?
Yeah, you bet.
Yeah.
You bet.
Yep. And then you click your shoulder button and change the position of the sun, and it's always like basically a 90-degree shift of the sun, okay?
Okay.
So that's where the puzzling comes in. So you've always got to move stuff and yourself around and always stay in the shadows. And if you bring the sun around and get in the sunlight, then you move back a space. But they're pretty clever puzzles. I'm pretty sure, and I meant to look this up beforehand, that Patrick Stewart voices your boss in
Oh,
this,
okay.
or someone who sounds a heck of a lot like him.
Mr. Reaper.
Yeah. Um, you know what? I'm gonna Felix the Reaper narrator. Yeah, it is Patrick Stewart. So, yeah. So it's got that behind it too, right? Like,
Right? Mr. Luke Skywalker himself.
yeah.
Sorry.
How to lose subscribers by Rob Lego. But you know what? I love puzzle games that have these quirky little little like mechanics to them.
Oh, you bet.
Like it's the same for like Baba is you. Like I like
Hmm.
the wordplay of Baba is you and the physical interacting with the words. And this one, like um, so to do better and get higher scores, like there's a minimum. They have a minimum amount of moves and times that you switch the sun,
Hmm.
and the lower amounts you get, like as long as you stay below the amounts that they say you should, that's how you get the better scores in the game.
Interesting.
Yeah, it's really fun. I'm gonna definitely play some more of it. We've been in cleanup mode all weekend here, though, putting holiday stuff away. So I haven't had the time I've wanted to
Hmm.
to get into some gaming. Um, I did get to play a big chunk of Luigi's Mansion though,
Oh, yeah.
and yeah, it's fun. Like it's just good Nintendo fun. A lot of clever puzzles, and I mean, you're like, man, how many puzzles can you do with a vacuum cleaner that sucks and blows? Well, it's quite a few, because then they add a couple. It sucks and blows all at the same time, Rob.
Now we're PG-13.
Yeah, now we're PG-13. Um, yeah, it's great fun. So I also decided, because I got a couple games for Christmas and I was kind of playing all of them at once. But
Hmm.
I'm gonna push the other two to the side, and I'm just gonna play Luigi's Mansion now until I'm done it.
Right on.
Just because I'm getting old and my button memory isn't as good as it used to be. Um, so yeah. Um, what else have I been playing? Oh, I also put another big chunk into Ori and the Blind Forest.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah. It's it's again great platforming. Like it's getting challenging now,
Hmm.
and it's it's great. Have you had a chance to try it out yet?
No, no, I think I tried the demo
Yeah.
very quick, and it looks interesting. Like it's is it a platformer the whole way, or?
Well, it's like platformer hack and slash,
Oh, okay, gotcha.
because you get like a wisp, and it like that's like your attack. So
Okay.
yeah, but I'm kind of stuck in some platforming parts right now. They're a little challenging, but it's been my kind of 20 minutes before bed game. Just
Hmm.
been playing it on the Switch. So
Well, great.
last game I wanted to mention quickly too was another game I got over the holidays here called Wrecker.
Wrecker. Okay.
Yeah, and I'd actually wanted this game because it, from the previews and stuff, it's a demolition derby game.
Ah, gotcha. Okay.
So you basically go through the like the seasons of being in a demolition derby. So, but
Oh, very cool.
I kind of it's kind of it turns out that like three-quarters of the game though you're doing demolition racing
Hmm.
in ovals and like mud pits and stuff. It's not just all straight up demolition derby. So oh, Yes. Sorry, Wreckfest.
I wasn't sure. I thought there might be a game called Wrecker as well.
No.
So.
Yeah, it's called Wreckfest. Yeah. My
Okay,
bad.
and it's good.
Yeah, it is.
Oh, great.
Yeah,
And is that a full $60 game or?
no, no. It I'm actually not sure how much it was. I got it as a
Right,
gift.
because you got it for Christmas, right?
Yeah. But it's hard to play it because three-quarters of the game is um like I was saying, demolition racing.
Hmm.
And it's just not as good or tight as Forza 4.
Yeah, it's a pretty high bar, right? So.
And you can't just do only the demolition stuff.
Hmm.
So um, I put a couple hours into it, you know?
Oh, right on, right on.
Yeah. So, anyways, yeah. Well, I'll definitely put some more time into it, but just right now I got other stuff.
And you're gonna play some Stadia, right?
Yeah,
Stadia.
probably. Probably. More than
Oh,
likely.
sure. Oh, yeah.
Um, but yeah, that's all I've been playing. And yeah, so that brings us to our weekly poll. So I got this up a little late on Friday, so I know a lot of people haven't had a chance to check it out. But the um, the poll question is, what games
Hmm.
are you looking forward to in 2020? And right now, winning pretty much by a landslide is Cyberpunk 2077. And Halo Infinite is in second there.
Hmm.
And then a lot of the other ones, no one's really added anything. But, there's some excitement for Cyberpunk, Halo Infinite, Animal Crossing New Horizons, Last of Us Part 2, the new Marvel Avengers game from Square Enix, Ghost
Oh,
of
right. Yeah,
Ghost of
yeah.
Tsushima,
Forgot about that one.
the sequel to Ori and the Blind Forest, Ori and the Will of the Wisp.
See that one. That one's actually gonna. I'm kind of low key excited about that. I
Yeah,
still have to try the first one out there, but
Watchdog Legions.
right, that's still a thing.
Apparently, everyone's hyped because you get to play as anybody in the game, and everyone's like excited that you can be a grandma from the demos. So,
Well, excellent.
and I don't know. Do you ever try Dying Light?
I've watched a lot of people playing it. Yeah, I don't know. It looks pretty cool. It's a interesting game.
Yeah, it's I've heard that you instead of fighting zombies, you do a lot more running away. Like, and it's actually more of a
Right.
parkour.
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 I always think of The Office when
Mm-hmm.
someone says parkour.
Parkour.
I just added one too because I was just going through the list and I'm like, there's another big game I can't remember, so I added Doom Eternal
Oh,
because that's coming out, and I'm actually curious to see how that one goes.
yeah. Actually, um, I am too because there's that in the demos they were saying there's that cool mode where you get to if you get killed in a deathmatch game,
Yep.
you get to come back as a demon and come back and harass your like people on your team
Okay.
or
Okay.
something. Yeah,
Hmm.
I just like the idea of doing stuff like that.
Oh, absolutely.
So yeah,
Yeah.
but I'm gonna leave this poll up again till next week, and I'll remind everybody here on the page to check it out again because, like I said, I got it up a little late. You know, still
That's
in
been a busy.
still in holiday mode.
You bet.
I only know it's Monday tomorrow because
Yeah.
it's back to work, but
You've
leading
got
up
to go. Got to go back to work.
Because leading up to that, it's like, yeah. What day is it? What's happening? So again, I think we covered some grumpiness in the. There wasn't any singular thing making us grumpy, but
That's the happiest time of the year.
WWE
Mhm.
2K20 and Fallout 76. They're just we should just keep these on our list here permanently.
Yeah, and to tell you the truth, I kind of get excited when I see it trending on Twitter or something because
Yeah.
I know it brightens my day because I didn't spend money on either of them. So that and evidently World War III is trending on Twitter right now. So
Oh yeah, yeah.
yeah, yeah.
So hopefully
So
this
enjoy
is
the games while you can. That's
hopefully this isn't our last episode before Armageddon.
Armageddon.
Armageddon. All right. Well, that's all I got, Rob. I think we covered
Yeah,
everything.
I think so. I think so. Couple things coming up is Ryan's going to put that poll up for the worst game ever. You can subject us to more pain for your enjoyment, and
Uh-huh.
I'm going to have a fitness review up on the website here in the next couple days. So watch for that.
Nice.
Yeah.
And all right. Other than that, that's all I got. Um, all right, everyone. Have yourself an excellent week. We'll see you again next week.
All right. Take care, folks. Bye bye.
Bye.